On January 21st, the Israeli military stated that it has hit Iranian and Syrian targets around Damascus, including the Russian-made Pantsir-S1 air defense system. The Israel Defense Forces said night raids targeted the elite Quds Force of the Iranian Revolutionary Guards as well as Syrian air defenses. The Israeli military statement stated, "During our strike, dozens of Syrian surface-to-air missiles were launched, despite clear warnings to avoid such fire. In response, we also targeted several of the Syrian Armed Forces aerial defense batteries." It also released footage showing the several Russian-made Pantsir-S1 missile defense systems were hit directly during an Israeli airstrike in Syria. Viewers can check the video in the link provided in the description section below. It's to be noted that on May 10th last year, Israeli fighter jets had taken out Pantsir-S1 for the first time. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes how Israeli Air Force has again destroyed the Russian Pantsir-S1. Let's get into the details. The Pantsir-S1 is mobile and uses wheeled or tracked chassis. Its fire control system includes a target acquisition radar and dual waveband tracking radar that operates in the UHF and EHF waveband. Detection range is 36 kilometers and tracking range is 28 kilometers for a target with 2 square meters RCS. The system has a 360-degree coverage and both the sensors use passive electronically scanned array. There's also an infrared radar that's capable of detecting, acquiring, and tracking targets even in low visibility conditions. Pantsir-S1 is unique as it's the first version of the Pantsir family of air defense system that combines short to medium-range surface-to-air missile and anti-aircraft artillery in a single platform. The surface-to-air missiles option is the 12-57E6 or 57E6E two-stage solid-fuel radio command-guided missile. The missiles are arranged in 2 groups of 6 sealed ready-to-launch container tubes on the turret, so it has 12 missiles on board. The missiles have a range of 20 kilometers or 12 miles, max speed of Mach 3.8, and carry a 20-kilogram high-explosive fragmentation warhead. Anti-aircraft artillery is the 2 dual 2A38M 30mm autocannon guns that are fitted with 700 rounds. The crew can choose the kind of ammunition depending on the nature of the target, which includes high explosive fragmentation or armor-piercing rounds. The maximum rate of fire is 2,500 rounds per minute per gun. The cannon has a range of up to 4 kilometers. If the system works as advertised by Russian military, it should be able to defend itself against Israeli missile, but it's not the case. After the first attack in May last year, Aitek Bizhev, a former deputy commander-in-chief of the Russian Air Force, told Russian Today that there could be 2 possible reasons for the failure of Pantsir-S1 in protecting itself. One is that it had already used up its ammunition reserve. The other is that it was simply turned off, it wasn't battle-ready. He continued that there can be no third option, as it wouldn't have let itself be destroyed. When it's battle-ready, it performs constant surveillance of enemy aircraft and has a very fast reaction time. It would have brought down those cruise missiles with either its cannons or own missiles. But even at that time, voices with different opinion had emerged in Russia itself. Viktor Murakovsky, editor-in-chief of Arsenal of Fatherland magazine, had posted on his Facebook wall and made some startling disclosures. According to Viktor Murakovsky's post, in Syria, it came to light that these Pantsir-S1 anti-aircraft missile systems practically do not track low-speed and small-sized targets, which include drones, but at the same time regularly spotted big birds flying around the base, which is confusing for operators. This came as a major embarrassment for the Russian military. It's come to light that the Russian military has gagged the military expert for the adverse comments on the Pantsir-S1. Lenta.ru, which cited another Russian military expert, Alexei Klopotov, had reported that within 24 hours, Murakovsky was forced to remove the post. Alexei Klopotov had said, "It appears that our weapons to journalists and experts can only be praises," clearly hinting about pressure from the Russian military. About the latest attack, Syria's state-run Sana news agency quoted a military source as saying it confronted an Israeli attack and prevented it from achieving its objectives. The Russian military, which backs the Syrian government, said more than 30 missiles and guided bombs were shot down. It's clear that Israeli Air Force is able to destroy the Pantsir-S1 system with impunity, and the strike of last year was not a one-off incident. Even in this occasion, Israeli Air Force was unharmed. Israel has not disclosed what kind of weapon was deployed to take it out, though some experts suggest it was Delilah missile. Delilah is specifically designed to hunt and destroy the enemy air defense system and is dubbed as Air Defense System Killer by Israel. The missile has a maximum range of 250 to 300 kilometers, carries payloads between 30 and 54 kilograms, and can cruise at a speed of only Mach 0.3 to 0.7. The missile reportedly has an accuracy of 1 meter CEP. The Delilah is unique as its radar signature is either too small or too large and doesn't match the profile of an aircraft or a missile. It appears as a decoy while being detected by the enemy radar, and this could be one of the reasons that it was able to fool the Pantsir-S1. This incident is really very bad publicity for Russian military hardware and gives credibility to the assertions of many Western military experts when they say that Russian systems are only good on paper, not in practice. It must be noted that unlike in West, where media is able to highlight any shortcomings of military system, in Russia they're choked. It's highly likely that many other Russian systems have significant flaws, but have not gotten into public domain. Another important aspect is that it's highly unlikely that Israel has employed the 5th generation F-35 stealth fighters and are able to accomplish these kind of strikes with 4th generation fighters.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.